Hello students, myself Raghavendra. Today's session I am going to discuss about on first PUC chapter number 7 system of particles and rotational motion. So in this chapter very important in CET and NEET examination. So before going to discuss about on what is meant by system of particles. If a system of particles means it is a collection of large number of particles interacting with each other is called system of particles. So in this chapter is study about rigid body. So rigid body means when external force acting on a body cannot changes its shape and size of the body is called rigid body. Okay. So motion of a rigid body having two types. First one translational motion, second one rotational motion. Now we discuss about one by one. First one translational motion. Translational motion, a rigid body has moves horizontal surface where with the every particle with the same velocity is called translational motion. For example, a wooden block sliding on inclined plane. So next one rotational motion. A rigid body is said to be rotational motion about fixed axis such that every particle moves in a circle. Its axis of rotation is called rotational motion. For example, ceiling fan. So come to the next point, center of mass. Center of mass means entire mass of the body is concentrated with the center point is called center of mass. Now let us consider a whole body mass m. So if the mass of the body equally balanced at the center point C, if the mass of the body m1 and m2 at the distance x1 and x2, if the center of mass is denoted by C, so that means x. So x is equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 plus so on m1 x1 xn divided by m. So this expression is gives center of mass, very important equation. Come to the next point, angular velocity. If the angular velocity denoted by omega, so angular velocity means the rate of angular displacement with the time is called angular velocity. So the angular velocity omega is equal to theta by t. So one of the very important equation, the SI unit of angular velocity is radian per second. So come to the next point, angular acceleration. If the angular acceleration denoted by alpha, the rate of change of angular velocity is called angular acceleration. So one of the very important expression, alpha is equal to omega by t. So SI unit of angular acceleration is equal to radian per second square. So in this expression can be modified, alpha is equal to omega minus omega naught divided by t. So where omega means final angular velocity, omega naught means initial angular velocity, t means time. Come to the next point, relationship between physical quantities measured in angular motion and that linear motion. So there are two important equations. First one, linear displacement and angular displacement. So that is S is equal to R into theta, one of the very important equation. So next another one equation, linear velocity and angular velocity. So V is equal to R into omega, one of the another very important equation. These two equations are by using solved the some important small questions. Come to the next point, relationship between torque and angular momentum. So before going to discuss about torque, so what is meant by torque? So if the torque is denoted by tau, so torque means the vector product of position vector and force acting on a particle is called torque. So if the torque tau is equal to R cross F, one of the very important equation. So next concept, on what factor torque is depends. So there are two important factors. First one, magnitude of the force. Second one, perpendicular distance of a point. So these two factors are depends on torque. So come to the next point, angular momentum. If the angular momentum denoted by L, so angular momentum is the vector product of position vector and linear momentum of a particle is called angular momentum. If the angular momentum is expression for angular momentum, L is equal to R cross P. So one of the very important equation. So these two relation between one of the important equation, tau is equal to dl divided by dt, where tau means net torque, L means angular momentum. Come to the next point, moment of inertia. If the moment of inertia is denoted by I, so moment of inertia means it is a product of mass of a body and square of distance of a particle from axis of rotation. So is called moment of inertia. One of the very important expression, I is equal to mr square. I means inertia, m means mass, r means radius. So on what factor moment of inertia is depends on? So there are three important factors. First one, mass of the body. Second one, shape and size of the body. Third one, axis of rotation. These three factors are depends on moment of inertia. So if the moment of inertia is studied about, there are two important laws. First one, perpendicular axis theorem. Second one, parallel axis theorem. So now we discuss about on one by one. First one, perpendicular axis theorem. If the perpendicular axis theorem, so it is stated that three axes are mutually perpendicular to each other, then their moment of inertia is equal to first and second perpendicular to the axis. So that is, consider a three axis, x axis, y axis and z axis. X axis means so denoted by ix, iy and iz. Three axes are mutually perpendicular to each other. So that is where moment of inertia of a body Iz is equal to sum of Ix plus Iy. So this is one of the very important equation. So if the perpendicular axis theorem is applied, very small thinner bodies. Come to the next point, parallel axis theorem, one of the very important. So it is stated that moment of inertia of a body any axis is equal to sum of moment of inertia of a body parallel axis passing through that center of mass and product of mass square of the distance between perpendicular axis. So this is a statement of parallel axis theorem. So if the parallel axis theorem applied in irregular bodies, so that is, so moment of inertia I is equal to ICM plus MD square. So one of the very important equation. Come to the next point, equilibrium of a rigid body. Equilibrium is equally balanced of a rigid body. So equilibrium of a rigid body means a rigid body is said to be equilibrium, both linear momentum and angular momentum not changing with time is called equilibrium of a rigid body. So if the equilibrium of a rigid body having two important conditions, so see study about one by one. First one, translational equilibrium. Second one, rotational equilibrium. First one, translational equilibrium. Translational equilibrium is when the total force acting on a rigid body is equal to 0. So that is F1 plus F2 plus F3 so on, Fn is equal to 0. So that is translational equilibrium. Second one, rotational equilibrium. Rotational equilibrium is total torque acting on a rigid body is equal to 0. That is tau 1 plus tau 2 plus tau 3 so on, tau n is equal to 0. So these are all the two important condition of rigid equilibrium of a rigid body. So come to the next concept, couple. Couple means a pair of equal and opposite force with different lines is called couple. Once again, a pair of equal and opposite force with different lines is called couples. So next concept, moment of couple. Moment of couple means force into perpendicular distance between two forces is called moment of couples. Come to the next concept, kinetic energy of a rolling body. Kinetic energy of a rolling body has two types. First one, translational motion. Second one, rotational motion. So first one, rotation, one of the very important equation, rotational kinetic energy. One of the very important equation, rotational kinetic energy K is equal to half I omega square, where I means moment of inertia, omega means angular velocity. So next concept, rolling body. Rolling body means a rolling is a combination of rotational and translational motion is called rolling body. So another equation, kinetic energy of a rolling body. So that means the kinetic energy of a rolling body having there are two types, translational motion and rotational motion. So one of the very important equation is equal to half mu square plus half I omega square. So in this equation can be modified as E is equal to half m omega square into r square plus k square. So this is brief synopsis about system of particles and rotational motion. So next we discuss about on some important MCU questions. So one more additional synopsis and additional concept. So the relation between linear motion and angular motion. So the important formula as shown in the table. So next one of the very important equation, moment of inertia of some irregular bodies. So these formulas are by using solved by numerical problems. First one, first column body, second column axis of rotation, third column expression for moment of inertia. We discuss about one by one. First one, thin circular ring of mass m and radius capital R, axis of rotation perpendicular to the plane at the center, moment of inertia mr square. Second one, thin circular ring of mass m and radius capital R, axis of rotation, diameter, expression mr square by 2. Third one, circular disk of mass m and radius R, axis of rotation column, perpendicular to the plane at the center, expression mr square by 2. Fourth one, circular disk of mass m and radius R, axis of rotation column, diameter, expression mr square by 4. Fifth one, solid sphere of mass m and radius capital R, axis of rotation, column, diameter, formula 2 by 5 mr square. Sixth one, thin uniform rod of mass m and length L, perpendicular to the length of the center, expression ml square by 12. So seventh one, hollow cylinder of mass m and radius R, axis of rotation column, axis of the cylinder, expression mr square. Eighth one, solid cylinder of mass m and radius R, axis of rotation column, axis of cylinder, expression mr square by 2. Ninth one, rectangular thin plate of mass m, length L and breadth B, axis of rotation column, perpendicular to the plane at the center, expression m into L square plus B square divided by 12. So next one, a solid cylinder of mass m, length L and radius R, axis of rotation column perpendicular to the axis at the center, expression m into L square divided by 12 plus R square divided by 4. So these are all some important formula regarding to moment of inertia of some regular bodies. So next concept we discuss about on some important MCQ questions. Question number first one. Moment of couple is called. Moment of couple is called. So already discuss about on. So that is moment of couple. So that means moment of couple means force into perpendicular distance between the two forces is called moment of couple. Already discussed about on synopsis. Option C is right answer. Option A and option B, option D are the wrong answer. Question number second one. Angular momentum of the particle rotating with central force is constant due to, once again, angular momentum of the particle rotating with a central force central force is constant due to option A constant torque, option B constant force, option C constant linear momentum, option D zero torque. So that means, so in this question, total force acting on a angular momentum is equal to 0. Torque is equal to 0. So that is option D is right answer. Next question. The moment of inertia of a body depends on. So already discussed about on synopsis. If the moment of inertia is depends on mass of the body, axis of rotation of the body, and shape and size of the body. So option D is all of these. Andre all of these. That means above all the factors are depends on moment of inertia. Option D is right answer. So next question. The angular speed of motor wheel is increased from 1200 rpm to 3120 rpm in 16 seconds. The angular acceleration of the motor wheel is, once again, angular speed of motor wheel increased from 1200 rpm to 3120 rpm in 60 seconds. The angular acceleration of the motor wheel is. So in this question, we have to calculate angular acceleration. So angular acceleration, one of the very important formula, alpha is equal to omega minus omega naught divided by t. So first we have to calculate initial angular velocity and final angular velocity. We have to calculate initial angular velocity. Initial angular velocity, so 1200 rpm. Rpm means rotation per second. So how many 16 seconds? That means omega naught is equal to 2 pi into 1200 into 60. So this equation simplify this equation. So we get into 40 pi radian per second inverse. So this is a initial angular velocity. We have to calculate final angular velocity. Omega is equal to 2 pi into 3120 divided by 60. So simplify this equation. Finally we get into 104 pi radian per second. We have to calculate angular acceleration alpha. So already you find the initial angular velocity and final angular velocity. Time also given. Time is 60 seconds. So initial angular velocity and final angular velocity. Final angular velocity omega is equal to 104 pi minus initial angular velocity 40 pi time 16. Simplify this equation. Finally we get into 4 pi radian second inverse square. So right answer is option B is right answer. So come to the next question. The reduced mass of two particles having masses m and 2m is by using center of mass formula. So the reduced mass of two particles. Two particles means if the two mass m1, m2 particles and having masses m and 2m. By using this formula, option A 2m, option B 3m, option C 2m divided by 3, option D m divided by 2. So reduces mass by using this formula. Center of mass m into 2m divided by m plus 2m. Simplify this equation. Finally, we get into 2m divided by 3. So option C is right answer. Next question. A grindstone has a moment of inertia of 6 kg meter square. A constant torque is applied and the grindstone is found to have speed of 150 rpm in 10 seconds. After starting from rest, the torque is. So we have to calculate torque. So torque, we have to calculate torque. One of the very important equation, tau is equal to I into alpha. So I is already given 6 kg. We have to calculate alpha. So alpha, so angular velocity omega minus omega naught. So alpha, we have to calculate alpha. One of the very important equation, omega minus omega naught divided by time. So time is already given. We have to calculate initial angular velocity and final angular velocity. A grindstone of moment of inertia 6 kg meter square. A constant torque applied to grindstone found to have speed. So 150 rpm, that is final angular velocity 150 rpm. So starting from rest, that means initial angular velocity omega naught is equal to 0. So we have to calculate by using, so where I is equal to 6 kg meter square, t is equal to 10 seconds, omega naught initial angular velocity omega naught is equal to 0. So we have to calculate initial angular velocity 5 by 2 rps. By using this formula, omega is equal to 2 pi mu. So 2 pi is constant, mu means 5 by 2. Simplify this equation, 5 pi radian per second. Substitute this equation, alpha is equal to omega minus omega naught divided by t. So omega already is given, final angular velocity 5 radian per second. So initial angular velocity, so 0. So time interval, so 10 seconds. Simplify this equation. Finally, we get into pi by 2 radian per second square. We have to calculate the torque. Torque tau is equal to I into alpha. So I means inertia. Inertia is already given 6 into alpha means pi by 2 radian per second. So simplify this equation. Finally, we get into 3 pi Newton meter. Option A is right answer. Question number 7th one. When a mass is rotating in a plane about fixed point, angular momentum is directed along. Once again, when a mass is rotating in plane. Consider a mass is rotating about an plane, one point is fixed, angular momentum is directed. So we have to calculate angular momentum. So first one, option A, the radius, option B, the tangent, the orbit, option C, the line at 45 degree to plane of rotation, option D, the axis of rotation. That means the rotating plane about fixed point, that means axis of rotation concept. When the mass of the rotating body plane about fixed point, moment of inertia is directed toward the axis of rotation. If the option D is right answer. Come to the next question. A circular platform is mounted on a vertical frictionless axle. Its radius is r is equal to 2 meter and its moment of inertia I is equal to 200 kg meter square. It's initially at rest. A 70 kg man stands on the edge of the platform and begins to walk along the edge at speed mu naught, speed mu naught is equal to 1 meter per second relative to ground, the angular velocity of the platform. So once again, A circular platform mounted vertically, frictionless axis, radius already is given 2 meter. Its moment of inertia I is equal to 200 kg. Initially at rest, that is a mass of the man 70 kg. We have to calculate angular velocity. So first, as the system is initially at rest, therefore initial angular momentum Li is equal to 0. Okay. So next one, according to law of conservation angular momentum, final angular momentum Lf is equal to 0. So initial angular momentum 0, final angular momentum also 0. We have to calculate angular momentum of a man is equal to angular momentum of a platform in opposite direction. So that is, so m v naught r equal to I omega. We have to calculate angular velocity. Omega is equal to, so in this expression can be written as omega is equal to m v naught r divided by I. So mass already is given 70, v naught 1.0, r radius 2, so and inertia 200. Simplify this equation after we finally get into 0.7 radian per second. Option C is right answer. Come to the next question. A solid cylinder of mass m and radius r rotates about axis with angular speed omega. Its rotational kinetic energy is, once again, a solid cylinder of mass m and radius r rotates about its fixed axis, angular velocity omega, and rotational kinetic energy. We have to calculate rotational kinetic energy. So by using this formula, moment of inertia of a solid cylinder about axis. Already we discussed about on synopsis, some moment of inertia of a regular body. So table is already given. So one of the very important formula, moment of inertia of a solid cylinder I is equal to mr square by 2. By using this formula, we have to calculate kinetic energy of the cylinder. Kinetic energy k is equal to half I omega square. So simplify this equation after finally we get into minus 1 by 4 mr square omega square. So option C is right answer. So next question, a solid cylinder of mass 20 kg and radius 20 centimeter rotates about its axis with angular speed 100 radian per second. The angular momentum of the cylinder about its axis is, once again, a solid cylinder of mass m. So mass is already given, m is equal to 20 kg. Radius, so radius 20 centimeter, e converted into meter. So and the angular velocity omega is equal to 100 radian per second. We have to calculate moment of inertia of the cylinder. So moment of inertia of the solid cylinder by using this formula, I is equal to mr square by 2. So mass of the body 20 kg, radius 20 into 10 to the power of minus 2 whole square. So divided by 2. Simplify this equation, we will get into 0.4 kg meter square. We have to calculate angular momentum of a cylinder. By using this formula, L is equal to I into omega, where I means, so I, what is the value of I? 0.4 kg meter square. So omega means 100 radian per second square. Simplify this equation. So after we get into 40 joule second. So option A is right answer. Next question. Maintain a rotor at uniform angular speed of 100 radian per second. Engine needs to transmit torque of 100 Newton. The power of the engine is, once again, a maintain rotor at uniform angular speed. So omega, uniform angular speed means omega is equal to 100 radian per second. Engine needs to torque. Torque means denoted by tau is equal to 100 Newton meter. We have to calculate power of the engine by using this formula, where here omega is equal to 100 radian per second, tau is equal to 100 Newton meter. We have to calculate power transmitted of the engine. By using this formula, P is equal to tau into omega. So torque tau means 100 into omega means 100. So simplify this equation, 10 into 10 to the power of 3 watt. So that is 10 kilowatt. Option A is right answer. So next question, the instantaneous angular position of a point on rotating wheel is given by equation theta of t is equal to 2t cube minus 60 square. The torque on the wheel becomes 0 at, once again, the instantaneous angular position of the point rotating wheel is given by, so theta of t is equal to 2t cube minus 60 square. The torque on the wheel becomes 0. So differentiate this equation. So where theta is given, theta of t is equal to t 2t cube minus t square 60 square. So differentiate with respect to time. So d theta divided by dt. So 2t cube instead of differentiation of 2t cube 60 square, differentiation of 60 square 12t. So this is single differentiation. So again differentiate double differentiation. D square theta divided by dt square. 60 square differentiation of 60 square 12t. So differentiation of 12t, so instead of 12. So we have to calculate angular acceleration. Angular acceleration alpha is equal to d square theta divided by dt square. So alpha is similar to d square theta divided by dt square. So that is 12t minus 12. We have to calculate t. T is equal to 12 divided by 12. So 12 divided by 12 get cancelled. So that is where t is equal to 1 seconds. If the right answer is option A, 1 seconds. Okay, thank you.